This is Real Talk on AmaSays. I'm Ama Ablode, and I'm excited to share a conversation I'm about to have with my friend, Pam Pam. Makafi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you too? It's
I'm
nice
good.
to be on set with you today.
Oh, and thank you for coming, despite the short notice. But I'm thinking, if I don't do it to you, who can?
Of course, I totally understand, and that's fine.
Cheers,
That's
girl.
what friends are for.
Oh, but anyway, cheers to. Let's propose a toast. That's one of the things I love. You know, I like to have a good drink, and when I get to say good things before I drink, that's even better. So cheers to better friendship, more money, more life. May we beat coronavirus.
So that we can start going out again.
Yes, we can go out again. Let's find love, good love.
Good love, like a good package.
Full nyanya. Okay, so Makafi here is a luxury wedding planner, and she's on her way to be a lawyer. So if you have any problem with me, just know that I have a lawyer in Makana who will get you for everything you are worth. So if you are worth 10 cedis, you have to, no, not the 10 cedis, I want 10 cedis and 10 pesos. I need you to borrow the 10 pesos. Now, what the idea? Anyway, so let's talk. So because you're a wedding planner, and because you're a lady, single lady like me, are there single ladies, or aren't you single? Good. There's no ring here. Nobody's claimed it. Okay, so because you're a wedding planner and a single lady, I'm thinking, I need to have this conversation with you. You know, the thing about wedding dates. The dates you choose to have your wedding. Let's start with the wedding dates first. First of all, what exactly should go into choosing my wedding date?
Okay, so from a professional point of view, I think what should go into choosing your wedding date, you should look at the type of wedding that you want to have. And you pick a date that fits or suits into that style. For instance, if I want to have a garden wedding, it wouldn't be ideal that I choose a date in August.
Yeah.
Talking about August, yes. And it wouldn't be ideal that...
No shades here, please, not yet.
It wouldn't be ideal that I pick a date in August because it's usually in Ghana, it's a time that we expect a lot of rains.
So June, July, I guess,
so probably
rainy
I'll
season.
Advise someone or myself to go for something in November, December, January, or February for an outdoor wedding because that's when we have the Hamatan and it's more ideal to have an outdoor wedding.
Oh, what if the green is brown? I mean, you want the grass to be green and now it's brown.
It's brown. So then you will have to make a decision between not having rains at your wedding because if you choose a date in the rainy season, you're definitely in for a risk. But you know, sometimes we also have locations that have the artificial green
like
grass.
the AstroTurf thing.
So it looks really green and you don't even need to bother about brown
Okay,
grass,
so now this is not really about wedding planning. I just want to know because, so I saw somewhere, actually I had this conversation. One time I read it, another time I had a conversation with another friend who had a problem because a very close relative, I mean actually they're all family members, decided to have her wedding on her birthday. And she's had a problem with that since because the wedding has happened a few years ago. A date that used to be all about her because it's her birthday is suddenly their anniversary. So the entire family is thinking, oh, it's your wedding anniversary, it's your wedding. And on the day they had the wedding, nobody remembered her because you're thinking about a wedding, you're thinking about your birthday. So she had a problem with that. What would you do if I decide to have my wedding on your birthday?
I think it's all about perspective because for some people, to them it's an honor that someone really close to me chose my birthday as
their wedding day.
But I think we also don't have to be insensitive. I mean, if it's my birthday and it's your wedding anniversary, there should be a balance. I don't see why now it's all about the wedding because I was born before you got married anyway. So yeah. I think it's about perspectives. How do you feel about it? And yeah.
Now, another, well, I love birthdays. Like, my birthdays are a big deal for me. 3rd August. But some people act like they don't care. I'll say act like because for the life of me, I can't think of the reason why somebody would want to treat their birthday as any other day. That is your new year. That is the only reason why you can say, I have lived this long. Why are you not taking it serious? Now like birthdays are serious days.
Really?
Don't forget people's birthdays, please. So if you chose your wedding day on my birthdays, two things. I'm likely to be very excited or I'll be pissed with you. I'll be excited because, yes, you're having something that's special on my birthday. And it will be special to me if you tell me, I want to get married on your birthday. Then I'm like, oh, it's such an honor. I know I can be self-centered. You're like, oh, such an honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then maybe I'll give you your first anniversary and make it all about you. Moving forward, I'm retrieving the date back. So between our friends and family, it is not, your wedding anniversary is secondary. My birthday has to come first. We just have this agreement. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem. Because it's my birthday. Your wedding happened once. My birthday has to be, like, it's quite memorable. Yeah. Celebrate your anniversaries, then quietly or something. Don't let it come between me and my birthday. Like, nah, don't do that.
But I also think that it depends on the relationship you have with that person. For instance, me wanting to get married on my mother's birthday is something different from me choosing my friend's birthday as my wedding day. So it depends on what kind of relationship.
I think mothers will always give into that. Like, they actually even feel more special. Oh my God, you get married on my wedding day. If you're not careful and you have a patience or Zoko kind of mother, she will probably use that as an opportunity to be in charge of your wedding. Decide what happens there. You don't want that. And you're doing it on my birthday. It's such an honor. You don't want me to be involved.
Exactly. And I've had a situation, I mean, talking about work, where I planned a wedding anniversary for a couple, and that was the groom's sister's birthday as well. Okay. So what they did was that at some point in the celebration, I think the sister had played a very important role in his life and in their marriage. So they honored her. So there were 2 cakes. We actually had 2 cakes, and at some point I had to wheel in the second one, and that was how they got to celebrate her birthday. So it all depends on how you balance these.
That's nice. For anniversary, I would do that. For my wedding, I would not ever do that. I would not do that. Now that brings me to my next, our next discussion, which is, you know how at somebody's wedding, when everybody's having fun and the couple are the celebrity of the day, then suddenly one man B will go down on his knee and propose to his girlfriend at that wedding. I mean, how? How?
No, but is this proposal, are the couple aware of this, or it just happens?
Aware or not, I don't care. Like, don't do that. I'm telling you now. Go and tell whoever you are seeing that, should I get married before you do? He shouldn't think of doing that. He should come and ask me so that I will have to say no to him. Because I won't mince words when I'm saying no to him, that he shouldn't come and do it at my wedding. Like, yo, let me have my moment. There's a reason why it is so expensive to have that wedding. I want to make it all about myself. You know, for so many years, I've been telling people that if I have my way, when I'm getting married, I'd like to even do a destination wedding. And a destination doesn't necessarily mean outside the country. I mean, I just want to leave our regular abode or city or town so that, and I would like to be in charge of transporting my guests there. And then the driver will come and give me the keys whilst I'm sitting at the high table. And when I say you can go home, then I give the key back. Because I cannot spend all that time and having waited all these years to meet my knight in shining armor, and we are celebrating and starting our life together. You come in, then you're in a hurry to leave.
Why come then?
That's not fair, huh? Why come then? That's not fair. So imagine I go through all this, get to my wedding, and we are having fun, and everybody's like, wow, your gown is beautiful, you're beautiful, the two of you look good together, oh, love birds. And some people are saying, I have butterflies in my tummy because of you, I believe in love again. Then somebody steals the line. Hey, look at me. Look, I'm talking to you in front of a camera with lights here. I love the spotlight. And then suddenly, this person's coming to take it away from me when I fight you.
But I think I have a kind of different opinion on this. Like I always say that it all depends on the relationship that I have with that person. And also, you know that sometimes you have couples who belong to friend groups. Yeah. So probably the new or the incoming bride and groom are also the friends of the current bride and groom. Yeah. You never know how these things work. And I also think that I see it as them borrowing just a moment in my day. So,
but you know, they do that when the moment is already, the light is already dimming on us. Okay. You know, the wedding,
and then now they make it dim the more.
It's exciting, the eve of the wedding. Everybody's like, ooh, they're getting married. Wow. Then, on the day of the wedding, wow, this is about to happen. Yay. When the bride is walking down the aisle, oh, there's the ladies, the sentimental ones amongst the romantics, we already have tears running down our cheeks. Then they are done, and then they go and sign, come back, couples first done, they walk in, that's cuts the cake. And with every stage, the excitement and the oohs and ahs drop a bit. Yeah. So when you come in now, suddenly, new spotlights. But everybody's thinking about the next wedding they have to attend.
But you see, the thing is that no matter what you do, the day is going to come to an end. I think that
it will, but I want it to die a natural cause. I don't murder it. Don't murder my day.
But I also feel that it also infuses some excitement. When we all think the excitement is dying down, then there's something new to be excited about. Because personally, I wouldn't mind handing over my bouquet to someone very close to me if I know her fiance is about to propose. Yeah. Because I feel like it adds a bit more excitement.
Yeah. I think that is fair. In 2018, I was my friend's bridesmaid, actually made of honor, and Sally's wedding was a beautiful wedding. God, I left there wanting to be loved so badly. Yeah, Sally and Gilbert, that's how much like love damage you guys did to me. I was like, yeah, I want this. So suddenly I was like, why did I say marriage is not so? I want it. I like it. I like this thing. I want to have some. You know, and Sally, when it was time for her to throw her bouquet, she didn't throw it. It was beautiful white roses.
What did she do?
She untied it, and then she gave all the ladies one. Yeah. And I surprisingly, there was enough roses to go around, and she gave us all one. It was so beautiful. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was good. It was really beautiful. It was really good. It was very beautiful, and I loved an experience like that. So, and I agree. You can decide to give it to one of your friends. It doesn't. She doesn't even necessarily need to be next in line to be proposed to, but it could just be that friend that you feel, just in case there's some magic in passing the bouquet around. You want it to go to her.
But what makes it more magical when I give her the bouquet and then there her boyfriend goes on his knees, like that makes it more beautiful. Like I would want something like that at my wedding. Trust me,
honey. It's my day. I choose. I'm writing that day when it starts. And you. Okay, you can do that with me. No problem.
But you don't want to do that with me.
I won't do this. No. Nobody's forcing you. No pressure here, my dear. Me, I won't do it. Nobody should expect it. But now I'm talking about it. I'm saying I won't do it. But I think, like you said, it all boils down to who it's being done for and like all that. Sometimes some people make it, and I think with time, a lot changes. Like with me, some time ago, I used to say the most valuable thing I want to spend money on at my wedding would be my ring. Now I've changed my mind. Now I want it to be my honeymoon. So maybe in a year or two, I would feel different about this and say, okay, I would allow my friendship. But as of today, this very moment, this very minute and second and millisecond, the answer is no.
Do you know
don't date. Don't, because I have bouncers. They will throw you the ring, the man, the shirt he's wearing, everything. They'll throw you away.
Do you know when I think your mind will change?
When?
Maybe, should I get married before you? When you come to my wedding and you are proposed to and you see how beautiful it feels, I have this feeling that you will do the same thing, like your mind will change.
But honey, I would feel as a lady who's been proposed to, not as a wedding, as the bride whose wedding has been upstaged. I don't want that. The feeling is so different.
You felt.
So I want to make somebody feel that special.
When the party was going down, then yours came in, and then we all got hyped up again, and then there we all are on the dance floor, and I mean everything became more exciting, and you see how good you felt, and you would want to like return the favor.
To an extent. But, you know, I think that proposing to a lady at a wedding is one of the coolest things. Like, it's an easy way to get a yes. The reason is that for most single ladies who is into lovey-dovey, fairy tales, like somebody like me, like
hopeless
us, like, you know, the
romantics.
hopeless romantics like us. When you're at a wedding, you are very, very
Emotional.
very emotional. It's so
Your mind has
easy
been
for you
worked on
to,
already.
yeah, it's so easy for you to hold on to the guy who extends his hand. So it's so easy to say yes. And if you want to propose to her, you want her to cry and go like, oh my God, oh my God.
Just like she's wishing, oh, when would this be me? And
Then you ask. But that, I think this sort of puts some pressure on men who attend weddings with their girlfriends or girlfriends, yeah. Especially when the wedding is that of their friend. You know, it's a different case if we are going to a wedding of your auntie or grandma or parents or something. But when it's the wedding of our peers, our friends, and we are single, and you are not, like, we are just dating, you still having access, you know, we have this for 4 years. Like, yeah, is this a degree or something? You know?
But who is putting
and you're not asking anything.
No, but who is putting pressure on them? I don't think it's pressure. I just think that they are feeling a bit inadequate because you know exactly what you should have been doing, but you decided not to do it. And when you see your peers are like making the big moves, and then you are sitting there feeling like,
I think for the lady, she's probably, now this doesn't apply to all ladies, but she's probably thinking, when is this happening for me? Look, we're here, it's still 4 years down the line. Is this guy really going to make up his mind or not?
Should I start looking to the next?
Looking to the next, you know, and probably while sitting at the table with you, when she got up to go use the washroom, one fine gentleman, probably finer than you, asked, young lady, can I have your number? And she's like, okay, with somebody. So she's going back and she's sitting there and saying, look at this one, look at his big head. I'm sitting here. Somebody even asked me, maybe that one will even ask me to marry him next month.
I would so give my number out. And then if I've been dating for 4 years, I'll give my number.
I think there's a period where you should still be open to give your contact out. When, even though it's a relationship, honestly, there has never been a talk of we in the future. Then, my dear, still give your contact. Still know. Don't let your boyfriend deny you your husband.
Receive it.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
So, but when you are setting, you guys are talking into the future. There are plans underway. He just hasn't gone on one knee to propose. But you guys have spoken into the future. And your intuition, you're very certain that this guy means business. Because you know, that your gut feeling is right. If you're setting, then I think it's only fair that, but even that one can leave.
Wait a minute.
Close the gate, but leave the door open. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. What? So what if at that moment, if you're dating for like 6 years and you're just getting fed up, and you decide to give your number to this cool guy, in your mind, you're already imagining going on a date with him, and probably your boyfriend had the ring in his pocket.
And he proposed.
No, like he had a ring and you found out later that you were just flirting with someone because you felt he was never going to propose. There he was with a ring in his pocket.
And then now we'll abort mission on that one. And we are back on track. And we are back on track. No, this one is simple. It's simple. But you see, I think that the thing about long relationships is that sometimes we are too harsh on, society and people on the outside are too harsh on people having long relationships. Imagine if they started dating in first year in uni when they were probably 18, 19 or 20. And then they spent 4 years in school. They're done. They now had to get a job. And they had that time to learn their individual selves, get to know each other better, save, plan, and get to know exactly what they want out of life. So when such people date for even 10 years, I think it's fair. It's only unfair if after 10 years you're like, no, you're not the one. Honey, you didn't just know. You knew. You knew long ago from year one. You knew. Yes, you knew this person is not the one. But you kept thinking that they will change. Or you don't want to be the bad one. So you wanted them to be the one to break up with you. And they are like, we die here. We die here. And you're also hoping that they will change their mind someday. And you're like, now here we go die. Now here then go bury us. Now here we go rot.
That's what you say. If your love for me has finished, don't worry. I will hotspot you.
I have enough for us. Hotspot. There's enough for the two of us.
I'll hotspot you, mine. No,
we go fish share. Love is big. You can share it. But you know, it's so amazing. These are the things that growing up, you become more open to. You start accepting. You realize that the things you thought you knew about love, fall in love, meeting a guy and getting married when you were 20 or 18, it's not the same as you grow. Now, you and I are closer to 30 than we are to 20.
Of course.
Ooh. I didn't think it would come this close.
You really need to
honey, live your truth. Live your truth.
I hate such reminders, and you know it.
I love it because in all of this, I have truly grown. I have grown psychologically, emotionally. Like, I'm more mature. For now, when people say, am I so mature? I believe them.
Yeah.
Previously, I used to say, I think I talk like a mature person, but deep down within me, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Yet I've had a lot of responsibilities for a long time. Like, I've been living on my own for 5 years, but I never felt like an adult.
But now you do.
Yeah, I think I was just in Pengin Sem quite early, you know. Now I know what I'm about. For real. I know better. And I've come to realize I still love fairy tales though. The quick one, let's talk about fairy tales. Or let's keep fairy tales for the future, for the next video. Yep. So you can come again. Be kind enough to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can come back. AmaSays on YouTube.
Like, you really want to hear about fairy tales.
You know my ideas of a fairy tale. Trust me, you want to know. You want to know. And then like my page on Facebook, AmaSays. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ama_says. What's your handle?
Makafi Agbesi. Makafi_Agbesi.
This is good.